Rahula's spiritual training. The mischievous novice. Although Rahula had already received novice ordination, he was still very young, about 15 years old. He had not yet clearly realized the importance of the new path he had entered, nor did he possess sufficient understanding to fully comprehend the true Dhamma. Within the Sangha, Rahula behaved like a machine. Whatever the elders instructed, he followed, without yet understanding what responsibilities a samanera should properly undertake. When Sariputta accepted another boy, Kunda, as a novice, Rahula finally had a companion. The two often devised playful tricks, teasing and deceiving others for amusement. While staying at the hot springs grove outside the city of Rajagaha, many officials, wealthy householders, and lay devotees came seeking the place where the Buddha was teaching, so they could pay him respects. Rahula would often tease them by deliberately pointing in the wrong direction. If the Buddha was staying at Veluvana Monastery, Rahula would say he was at Gichakutta. If the Buddha was at Gichakutta, Rahula would say he was at Veluvana. These two places were about 5 yojanat apart. As a result, people walked back and forth in vain and were unable to meet the Buddha. Whenever he succeeded in deceiving others, Rahula felt delighted. Naturally, people were very displeased with Rahula's teasing behavior. However, since Rahula was both a novice monk and the Buddha's son, and also belonged to a noble royal lineage, no one dared to criticize or reprimand him. Over time, this habit of playful deception eventually reached the ears of the Buddha. The Buddha was not pleased at all. Though Rahula was already a samanera, his royal habits and immature tendencies had not yet been eliminated. Therefore, the Buddha personally went to the hot springs grove to admonish Rahula. The Buddha's admonition to Rahula. Upon hearing that the Buddha had arrived, Rahula hurried out to receive him. Seeing the Buddha approaching from afar with dignified composure, Rahula brought water for the Buddha to wash his feet. After washing, the Buddha pointed to the water in the basin and asked Rahula, "Rahula, can this water be drunk?" "Blessed one, it cannot be drunk." "Why not?" "Because the water has become impure." The Buddha said, "Rahula, you are just like this water. You have been ordinated as a novice for quite some time, nearly 10 years. But you have not yet abandoned your unwholesome habits. Impure water cannot be drunk. Likewise, a person whose inner mind is defiled by habitual tendencies is no different. Merely adopting the outward form of renunciation, while body, speech, and mind remain worldly, cannot lead to spiritual elevation. One who leaves the household life must maintain purity of heart, gentle conduct, refined manners, and sweet, carefully chosen speech. To be ordained while failing to eliminate the 3 defilements is no different from being dirty water. When water is impure, people pour it away. A person burdened with many faults will inevitably decline, and the future will be dark. After saying this, the Buddha instructed Rahula to pour out the dirty water, and then bring the basin back. When Rahula returned, the Buddha asked, "Rahula, can this basin now be used to hold food?" "No, blessed one." "Why not?" "Because stains still cling to the basin." The Buddha said, "Rahula, a dirty basin cannot hold food. An impure body is the same. You bear only the outward form of a novice, while your body, speech, and mind are not in harmony. You do not cultivate morality, concentration, and wisdom. Your mind is not pure, your speech is frivolous and playful. Your conduct is defiled, and your dignity is completely lost. In this way, you are no different from impure water and a dirty basin. If a basin is useless, why keep it? As soon as he finished speaking, the Buddha lightly kicked the basin with his foot, causing it to break in two. He then asked, Rahula, would anyone regret this basin? No, blessed one. Why not? Because it is dirty. There is nothing to regret. The Buddha said, because the basin is dirty, no one regrets it when it breaks. In the same way, people do not respect or cherish you because you still have many faults, including speaking falsely, even in play, bearing the name of a renunciant, yet lacking truthfulness in speech, deficient in dignified conduct, and deceiving others. How could anyone hold you in esteem? After this, the Buddha recounted a story from the past to further admonish him. Long ago, there was a king who fully prepared a war elephant for battle. The elephant was armored. Sharp blades were affixed to its tusks, and precious weapons were secured upon it. When entering battle, the elephant used all parts of its body, its front legs, hind legs, head, ears, tusks, and tail. Yet it never used its trunk, always curling it up and keeping it well protected. If the trunk were not guarded, a single arrow could strike it, causing the elephant's death. The Buddha advised Rahula to guard his speech in the same way an elephant protects its trunk. Once a person opens their mouth to speak falsely, even in jest, their spiritual life is destroyed. An elephant that does not protect its trunk has no fear of death. Likewise, a person who speaks carelessly, lying, deceiving, and fabricating falsehoods loses all sense of moral shame and fear of wrongdoing. Such a person will commit any evil without restraint. Therefore, the Buddha admonished that one must diligently guard the mouth and speech. Upon hearing this teaching, Rahula awakened to his fault. He made a firm resolution to correct his conduct, abandon false speech, and live quietly and silently, devoting himself to the cultivation of secret discipline.